Washington, between Lake Chelan, Washington, and Wenatchee, Washington. It's a super small town. K through high school, it was 500 kids. So a very small community, surrounded by orchards, pears, cherries, apples. So I always had that agriculture background. I think one big project that stuck out to me in college was growing different wheats. So it was always in a greenhouse type environment. So it was always like, here are your procedures, so follow these certain steps to get your end results, and then just put them all in an Excel sheet. Versus now running different projects here at Stimil, it's you get to write your own procedures and you have your main focus, like what you want it to be. And it's more of you following your own experiment rather than just going once a week and going and checking on your experiments like you would in a lab. Here it's more of you following the process of your experiment, looking at the end results and coming up with your own conclusions, and then deciding whether you want to keep working with that certain product or, depending on your experiment, what you're doing. I like working for research and development just because you never see the same thing every day. It's always something different, whether it's in the orchard, in our storage rooms, with a new variety. It's always something different. So just kind of getting to experience that new variety process of getting to see it grow in the orchard to our storage rooms, getting to follow it, seeing what changes it goes through. It's very exciting. One thing that I enjoy the most is watching the fruit develop in the orchard. How long is it able to hold in storage for? Taking out monthly samples to see what it's doing, how long it's going to be able to be in storage for. So I think that's what I like. It's more of a whole process rather than just seeing it through one side of the spectrum. I definitely think research and development is a growing business, if you would say so. It's because it's needed. There's a lot of varieties that you don't see on the market as much anymore, and that's where R&D, like research and development, comes into play because it focuses on bringing new varieties to growers. So growing up around agriculture all the time, you saw your parents working in agriculture. You saw whether they were tractor drivers, pickers, out there pruning, whatever it was. At least for myself, it was never a job that I was like, oh, I want to do that. So I think with like interning here at Stimil, I found my own way of doing agriculture. Like when I'm dealing with like different varieties in the orchard, I'm like, okay, this is how this fruit's developing, but this is how another variety is developing. Just kind of knowing what calls your attention and knowing that you enjoy it is something that I found in agriculture. So that's what I want to tell younger growers, I guess, is that there's different branches to agriculture that can call your attention. So don't just think that's a limit to the job you can do in agriculture. There's always ways to expand.